Alright, what's going on guys? Alex Fernandez here, coming to you with a shoulder routine. Today we are going to be focusing on isolation movements, which means focusing on the 3 separate heads, one at a time, being the front delt, medial delt, and posterior delt, or rear delt is what it's also known as. But first, I've been getting a lot of questions about what supplements I take, so I'm going to show you a couple right now. The one that I take pre-workout with my Ghost pre-workout is called NO Fury by 6 Star. Yeah, this is just more like a pump enhancer, like it just gets the blood flowing a lot better. It's nothing that's going to be like completely game changing, but you'll just feel a little better, a little more solid, and the pumps in my opinion are, like, to put into a percentage, like maybe 15-20% better than what they normally would be. The other one is creatine. Now, both of these I'm taking in capsule form, but they can be found in powder form. Personally, I prefer the powder because these are a bitch to swallow. But yeah, this helps you kind of retain a little bit of water in the muscle, and it makes this, it just gives you more surface area so you can lift a little bit heavier. It gives you a little more energy. Again, nothing game changing. It's just something that, just like that little extra, if you have a little extra money to spend on this. The other thing is I just started trying out Ghost. This is Warhead Sour Watermelon. I have a video where I react to this for the first time, so I'll probably tag that at the end of this video. This is working out pretty well, but in the description box below, you can find not only the 2 that I previously showed, but the pre-workout also that I was taking before this. They both work just the same in my opinion, but I mean, this tastes pretty good. So if you're looking for a good tasting pre-workout that's, you know, not like super costly, I would recommend Ghost over anything else. But again, in the description box below are all the links where you can find all this stuff. So yeah, let's get into the shoulder routine, and I'll see you there. All right, so the first exercise that we did today was a barbell front raise. For this, the rep range will be 8 to 10. Use the weight that's going to challenge you. Yeah, so you want to kind of focus on, let's see, like, don't grip the weight like super tightly. Kind of like you'll see, hopefully you can see it in the clips that I show. I kind of remove my thumb, or put it, like, I normally put it on top of the bar, but for this one I kind of had it like off to the side. You want to just cup the weight, keep your wrist flat like this. Don't try not to let it go down like that, or, you know, don't raise it up like this. Keep it flat. When you raise it up, you want to focus on pulling more through like the top of your elbow. And what this will do is it'll put a lot more emphasis on the front delt versus the forearm where you're gripping it. Another thing that you can do with this exercise is to get just like a little more weight. You want to, obviously you want to be as controlled as possible, but you're going to kind of like thrust it up with your hips and then almost pause at the top of the motion and then bring it down nice and slow. So it's going to be more of like more negative or more eccentric focused on this. This way you can break down as many muscle fibers as you possibly can. Okay, so exercise number 2 was the seated side raise. It's a little bit tricky because you want to have all the tension on the medial delt, and practice first kind of rotating your arms. So what you're going to do is you're going to start with a neutral grip kind of off to the side like this, and then as you rotate, you'll notice, if you look in the mirror, you'll notice that it goes from, like, if you touch your delt, it goes from your front delt at a neutral grip, and then as you rotate it, it flexes the medial delt that much more. And wherever you get the most flexion, whether it's turned like your hand upside down or, you know, wherever it lands, you want to have maximum contraction on the middle delt, and wherever that your hand position is, like usually it's going to be where your hand is tilted down slightly like this, and your knuckles are going to be slightly lower than your elbow, or your forearm is going to be parallel to the floor. You don't want to be up like this because that'll be front delt, and you don't want to be super hunched over like this because it'll be the rear delt. And then the rep range here is 12 to 15, so no less than 12, no more than 15. Once again, use a weight that challenges you. This, we felt the burn like crazy. It's a nasty pump, nasty burn, and as long as you do it right and have the right rotation on your arm, you should be all good. So for the third exercise, it's going to be focused on the rear delt. It's like, I'm going to call it a bent over row, but it's different from like a back row, because you're going to be, instead of having your elbows tucked to your sides, you're going to be out more like this. So again, it's going to be more about the rotation of the arm. So for a regular row, you're going to be tucked in like this. For this, you want to be as far out as possible, so almost like a scarecrow. And then you're going to have your hand in line with your elbow, so directly underneath your elbow, and then bring it up in a rowing motion. You want to feel it in the rear delt. If you go too high, you might feel it in the back of your traps, and that's okay if you're trying to work your traps, but what we want is rear delt, as I keep saying. And so it's going to be like a really small range of motion, but you want to make sure that you extend all the way and then bring it up till you feel, till like just before you feel the traps kick in. And this might take some practice, but as you get more familiar with bodybuilding movements, you'll know the feeling when you feel it. All right, so for the fourth and final exercise, we did another variation of the side raise. For this, we're going to be standing up. We're going to be supported by one of the rails in whatever that big ass machine is called. You can go pretty heavy, but the main form is going to be bringing the dumbbell in front of you, like just in the middle of your pelvis, and then you're gonna pull it up. And again, you want to have your arm rotated so that the dumbbell points slightly downward, and that will put the maximum contraction on the side of your delt. You don't want to be swinging super violently, but like the last 2 reps, I would suggest kind of cheating up a little bit, but not like a violent swing, more like a gentle one, just to get it up there and then control the weight down. This is going to be similar to the front delt exercise, because you're going to want to focus more on the eccentric and control it on the way down and then explode up. So yeah, that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoy this routine. Again, it's very like bodybuilder-esque. It's a lot more isolation work than what I previously covered. This will help you optimize your muscle growth and get the big capped shoulders that everybody wants. Yeah, so find me on Instagram, find me on Facebook. It's AlexFernandezFit. Go follow me on Twitter. All that stuff is in the description below. And the supplements that I showed you, they all have links in the description, so you don't have to go searching for them. They're all right there. I hope you guys enjoyed the video once again, and I'll see you in the next one.